Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Wrestle Show. I'm your host, Jake. I will be here for you pretty much all week as we lead up to WrestleMania. Of course, it's I guess you could call it WrestleMania week. And I'll be putting out videos pretty much for the rest of the week into WrestleMania. I may even do a little bit of live streaming the day of WrestleMania. I don't know. It depends how many views I get between now and Sunday afternoon. If nothing else, I may do an early Sunday morning kind of rundown of the matches and things like that anyway on live stream. We will see. I am not 100% sure on that yet, but we'll see how things go. But I was just going to sit here and just ramble a little bit about a few things. Mostly Paul Heyman. Well, as it's been reported, both Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman's contracts with WWE end at WrestleMania. The question is, what is the plan going forward? With the reports that Paul Heyman now has apparently some unscripted TV show he'll be working on in the near future, what is the future for Paul Heyman in the WWE? Reports are as well that he's already re-signed with the WWE and that they may have future plans for him as the manager or the advocate for another wrestler. And that is if of course, Brock Lesnar leaves. Brock Lesnar could re-up, you never know. But all things are pointing to the fact that he's likely going to make another run to the UFC, which I don't see why he would, because, of course, the last time he got busted for, banned substances. So I don't know why he would even waste his time and why the UFC would let him do it. I guess the UFC would see it as money. But anyhow, enough with Brock Lesnar. He could be leaving the company in the next week. And so I'm not going to sit here and dwell on Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar wants to go do UFC. He's going to go do a UFC. As Paul Heyman has said in the past, Brock Lesnar does what Brock Lesnar wants to do. And that's how it's been his entire career. It wouldn't be that big of a loss to the WWE Universe because the man don't show up very often. He's hardly ever there. He's as bad as The Rock or The Undertaker. Shows up once or twice a year. That's about it. It seems like. He shows up for the big pay-per-views, but never shows up for the smaller ones hardly. It's really a waste of time sometimes to even have him as champion. So Brock Lesnar leaving, yeah, whatever. He's a great wrestler, great competitor, really good on screen, and I enjoy watching him. But if he's not going to be around, then no reason for him to actually be, taking a spot that somebody else actually wants. But back to Paul Heyman. Who would you want to pair Paul Heyman with? I've been sitting there thinking about it, and I really think that there are a lot of good options. A lot of people throwing out other names like Asuka. Shinsuke Nakamura say he turns heel at WrestleMania or after WrestleMania. And some are even mentioning Roman Reigns. But why would you take Roman Reigns? You've been bad-mouthing Roman Reigns for a year now, so why would they pair him with Paul Heyman? That wouldn't make much sense. Asuka would make sense because of her, the lack of ability to speak, the language very well here in America. I would think it would be useful for her to do a kind of a heel persona with Paul Heyman. I think it'd be kind of different. I think it'd be a switch from being, a Heyman guy to a Heyman woman. I think that'd be kind of awesome. But at the same time, I like Asuka, and I really don't personally want to see her paired with Paul Heyman. I like Paul Heyman too, but Paul Heyman's very much a heel character. Is how he comes off anyway. And I really like Asuka, and I don't really want her necessarily being a heel. I don't find that to be enjoyable. But anyways, it's kind of what she's been doing, but I just don't really want to see her paired with Paul Heyman. Although I think it may, it could be good for her career down the road. I'm not sure. Also, another thought that I have is what I would prefer is I would love to see Big Cass return as a Heyman guy. Because, he's kind of one of the next big thing kind of things like Brock Lesnar was. And I really think that he's not good. He's not been great on the mic. You know, I think it would be great to see him as a Heyman guy. And it'd just be fun to see. I would like to see Big Cass doing that, because Big Cass, like I said, doesn't do well on the mic. It's very boring to hear him talk. It's almost like watching a reincarnation of Test, because Test wasn't always fun to watch on the mic either, but he was dang good in the ring. And same thing with Big Cass. Cass is great at in-ring performance. He's a beast. There's only a few other people that could really outmatch him. Maybe one, and that would probably be Braun Strowman. But I think Paul Heyman would do really good to be his advocate, to be his voice. And what says Paul Heyman can't have two? What says Paul Heyman can't have a Heyman guy and a Heyman girl? Why not? I don't see any problem with that unless he doesn't want to do it. Although I have a lot of respect for Paul Heyman. He's great on the mic. He's one of the best, mic performers you're going to find. I have yet to find one better. He's fun to watch. So I would love to see him back on WWE TV. But at the same time, who are you going to pair him with? Or do you bring somebody in from the past? Do you bring in CM Punk? And of course, the other day, CM Punk apparently got in on the action a little bit, and he decided to make as if an April Fool's joke, to make as if he was coming back to the WWE, which of course he's not. It doesn't appear anyway. But I think it would be awesome to see him return. Say Paul Heyman takes a little bit of a sabbatical for a month or two, and then CM Punk comes back with him. I think that would be awesome. But there again, CM Punk's one of my favorite wrestlers. So, what can I say? I think that would be really cool. Or, Shane's taking a break from being the SmackDown GM. Could we see Paul Heyman as SmackDown Live GM? That could be an interesting thing. I think it'd be fun to watch, to see how that would play out if that did happen. I would really enjoy watching it, and it would be great to see. So, Paul Heyman, whatever you do, I hope you stay in the WWE. I hate to lose your talent in the WWE. You're one reason that I end up watching Raw sometimes, is when I know Brock Lesnar's going to be there. I know you're there, so it's always fun to watch. And I have a lot of respect for you for the way you treat other people that I watch here on this YouTube platform. And I have a lot of respect for you for the things you've done and the things you do, and the things I've seen you do, in the company or in the business. So with that said, what do y'all think? What do y'all think really? What do you think on who they should pair with him? Should they wait until see if they get CM Punk to come back? Should they do a big Cass, Asuka, Shinsuke? What do you think is a great idea for Paul Heyman going forward if he has indeed renewed his contract with the WWE going forward? Would you be open to a Paul Heyman general manager general manager or commissioner even of SmackDown Live? Because obviously there's a big shakeup going on there with Daniel Bryan being reinstituted as a wrestler, and Shane saying he's going to be gone for a while. Anyhow, this has been fun. Hope you come back for more. Please like, subscribe, share. And I'll see you tomorrow with another video, hopefully over the WWE. And hopefully tomorrow's video will be an answer from The Undertaker for John Cena. And that's been The Wrestle Show. I've been your host, Jake, and I will see you later.